Going into the Oscars here, we're just going to kind of talk about things that stood out to us in movies in 2024 with each of these. So first we got actor in a leading role. Is there any actors in leading roles that stood out to you in any movies? Because personally, I have not seen that many movies this year at all.
At least according to my letterbox, I've seen a lot of movies.
Yeah.
As far as actor in a leading role, a lot of the current nominees are all in movies that I either haven't seen or just didn't care about, or I saw and I was like, yeah, you were really good at that, and then we're chilling. Definitely, like, I think, I hate to say it because it sounds really basic, but Hugh Jackman in Deadpool and Wolverine.
Oh, yeah.
That movie came out last year? That's right. I did see that one.
That's right. He was good. He was good.
He did very good in that. Ryan Reynolds did very good. Honestly, almost everyone associated with that. But no, superhero movie bad.
Yeah, that can't win an Oscar.
Gasp.
But it wins the Wade Oscar.
I will say, and I think an underrated performance, and I'm going to bring up this movie a lot, is Ryan Gosling in The Fall Guy.
I've seen bits of that. Yeah.
It's great. I love it. I had a lot of fun with that movie.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm going to put out Glenn Powell
Oh.
As a person.
in Twister.
Because he was in like 6 movies last year.
True.
Yeah.
That's true.
No, in Twister
Twisters.
specifically.
Ooh,
He's the leading role in my life.
He was
My
pretty
favorite-
pretty
my
attractive,
favorite
right?
actor, my favorite actor in that movie is Glenn Powell's wet shirt.
Yeah.
Really working hard there.
He did pretty good at his job.
Yeah. I don't know if any actors or actors stand out to me this year,
It's kind of more of a quiet year.
especially in acting. I feel like
Yeah.
they're oh, you know what this one is actually
I think
on here.
There's more memorable actresses than actors for me this year.
I agree, but this one stands out to me a lot. I loved, and this is actually in the Oscars, Sebastian Stan's The Apprentice. Sebastian
he did.
Stan
Yeah,
as
he did.
Donald Trump was fantastic. And like, say what you will, politics, blah, blah, blah. His take was not just like an SNL skit.
It's not Shane Gillis.
Exactly. He wasn't just like making fun of the character or doing the whole shtick or whatever. No, like he had a really good take that if you watch footage of Donald Trump and the times that those were taking place, he really emulates that in a way that also kind of makes it his own. It's not like he's just like an impersonator. He puts feeling into it, and he also changes throughout the course of the film.
Yeah.
He just did an amazing job to the point where it's one of those things where like I've seen him in other things. He is the Winter Soldier, but I didn't know he could stretch this much. Like Oscar Isaac. I'm always surprised by Oscar Isaac.
Have you seen? Did you ever see Logan Lucky?
No.
Oh, maybe we need to watch that. It's like a heist movie where a bunch of like rednecks go and rob a NASCAR race. Yeah, good movie, but Sebastian Stan is in it. More briefly, he's like more of a minor character, but he was really good in it. He had some very memorable parts.
Yeah.
So that's what I always think of him as, but yeah, as far actors not so much. Actresses though, I kind of want to go a little bit more.
Let's jump into actresses.
Actresses, let's see, because Cynthia Erivo in Wicked, which I made him watch Wicked.
It was so good.
This is the man who was like, I hate The Wizard of Oz. I refuse to watch it.
I do hate The Wizard of Oz. I think it's a dumb story. I appreciate the film for its like technicolor or its like in colorness. You know, it's historical significance in film. Bad story. Freaking they walk all this way to learn about how like to get courage and to get the thing because the wizard's gonna give it to him, and then he's a fraud. And you know what they do? They don't go, wow, this guy's a fraud. He goes, I'm a fraud. Here's what you've wanted. And they go, sweet, because this fraud of a wizard gave it to me, it must be real. They don't learn the lesson. You know what I mean? Like the lesson is clear. They learned it within themselves along the way. Yeah, they don't get that. They still think it's the stupid wizard. I think it's a dumb movie. But Wicked was fantastic.
Yeah. I guess we got to preface this with he knew nothing about Wicked. He's never seen the play. And he also does not know what happens in part 2, and we're going to keep it that way.
And I don't know how to read, so I've never seen the book. But it was fantastic. Have you seen Wicked?
No.
Dude. Well, we'll watch it again.
Do we need to make him watch Wicked?
We got to go find a theater that's playing in.
Bro, we could just watch it in your living room again. And
I know.
There's
I need to.
something I
I need to
wanna-
upgrade the speakers though.
Do you know the story of Wicked? Have you seen?
No.
the play
Have you
or
seen
listened
any
to
of
it?
No,
it?
I don't read. I don't watch musicals.
Garrett, I think
I'm
you
just
will be
joking.
surprised.
I actually like musicals.
Like genuinely, I think you will like it. I
Wicked-
thought
No,
I
I
would hate
think
it.
I don't have
Very
it.
good.
I think
I
I
think
like
it's
it. I just haven't seen it.
That's fair.
That's fair. We'll have to rewatch it.
Yeah,
but
so that was a good one.
Like Demi Moore in The Substance, she was very good. That movie's whack, but I don't have any good nuanced opinions on it. So moving on.
Yeah.
Actress in a supporting role, I think, is also interesting because Ariana Grande also got nominated for Wicked, and I think she did very good as well. Even though we were like talking about how weird her eyebrows were the whole time.
Oh yeah, that was on the hair and makeup department
Yeah.
though. Like look at me. I'm blonde. Would you say I'm blonde?
No.
No.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. You're
Not
fine.
at all.
That's weird because I
like-
was a blonde boy, so like I feel blonde, but I've changed. My body has changed.
My body's changing, Mom.
Yeah, exactly. No, I feel like I'm a blonde boy. I've never had like blonde eyebrows, right? Like people who actually have blonde hair don't have the like super blonde eyebrows. That's just
Similar to redheads. Most of the time they have just brown.
exactly. But there is one scene where her eyebrows are normal. She looks fine.
Yeah, it's like later in the movie, it's like they changed the color of them, and maybe they didn't, and it was just the lighting, but looked a lot better.
I've thought about this a lot, but like humans are a freaking weird animal because like we look at the weird naked animals with no fur and we're like, ha, weird and naked, and we're like, the same. Plus like facial hair and on our heads, like just weird looking things. But it is weird how weird someone looks. Just you shave one eyebrow or two eyebrows. It's just so weird, and it's not that
It
big of a
does look
difference.
weird.
You know?
The only guy I can think of is that dude Perfect guy.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
And he looks pretty bad.
He like lost the bet, and he had to shave his eyebrows.
Horrible.
It was
you-
bad.
What would you do to shave your eyebrows? Like what would it take to
It
shave
would
your
take
eyebrows?
A lot
'cause
more than it took him.
They take a lot. They like take the longest to grow out of any of.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
still
yeah.
think they're not fully grown for that guy, and that was probably 2 years ago.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
Well, because like I don't ever want to shave it too much because I'm always afraid I'm gonna go bald. You know, it just won't go back.
I would wax my armpits before I shaved.
Oh yeah, 100%.
You wouldn't?
Oh no, yeah, I
Okay.
would. I was
Because
just
like you wax
can't
your
believe
armpits,
you
it
said
hurts
that.
for like a little bit, and then you're fine. It's just whatever. But like your eyebrows, they're gone, and you look weird.
I just thought about waxing your eyebrows. That'd be pretty painful.
Ouch.
Yeah, that would suck.
Yeah.
Anyways, actresses in supporting roles. She really did do good. I was surprised by Ariana Grande too.
Honestly, I think the whole cast nailed it. I'm still
was
a
so
little,
good.
and he didn't even do bad. I'm still confused how Jeff Goldblum snuck his way in. Like, I don't know how he snuck his way into that movie. And it's not like he even did a bad job. It's just I almost feel like he feels out of place from the rest of the cast.
you dirty dog.
Sorry.
But
He does
Are you
seem
gonna
more
drink
like classic. He does seem more like classical actor in something that a lot of newer people are in. You know,
Yeah.
It
But
was like
he
watching
was
George. It was like watching George Clooney in Tomorrowland. It had like the same
That movie
vibes, but in a better movie. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, animated feature film. I actually want to talk about this quite a bit.
Yeah, these are
I
the ones
have
I've
not
seen.
yet seen The Wild Robot. I do want to.
Ooh, it is good.
Inside Out 2 was very good. I was actually really surprised at how
Same.
much I enjoyed that. Big one that kind of got snubbed. Transformers 1.
Yeah,
That was so dang good.
I haven't seen it.
I know.
But like,
Maybe we can watch that. But that movie is so dang good.
yeah. I mean,
It should have at least been nominated.
I don't see Wish on there. Why isn't that on there?
That was last year.
That was
Oh,
last year.
really?
That was 2023.
Rip. I didn't watch it then either.
Dude,
Also,
it was so, like
where's Despicable Me 4? Like, come on.
that does not deserve an Oscar. Come on.
Hey, all the other Despicable Me movies got nominated.
Really?
At least one or two of them did. I
All
can't
right.
remember.
That's not all of them, you liar.
The first one deserves it. The first one
The second
deserves
one's
it.
the best one.
Yeah, but like
I actually
first one
haven't
is, like,
seen
the
the
What's
new
the one with the mob boss guy?
that's two.
the El Macho?
Yeah, him.
Yeah, that's
Okay.
two. Another one, and I don't know, I can't remember if you guys saw it, but some of my other friends did. Kung Fu Panda 4.
Actually, I did watch that.
I'm
did
so
not
mad
see
at
this
that
one.
movie. I love Kung Fu Panda 1
Yeah.
and 2. I don't like 3 as
I
much,
liked
but
it.
4,
I liked it.
it's bad.
No, I brought back all my favorite villains.
Well, yeah, for like
That was cool.
voiceless cameos because they didn't want to pay the voice actors.
Well, that doesn't matter. They're there.
I gotta see him.
They bring back
I saw them.
they bring back the cool villains to just get like murked by the really bad villain.
Who's the villain of all villains?
What?
Oh.
That villain is above all of them.
No, the Chameleon, worst villain in the franchise.
That might be so, but she's the most powerful.
Yeah.
Cannot deny that. It's canon.
It is. It is straight facts.
Stupid this movie. Absolute disgrace. Garbage to the franchise. Anyways.
Well, it's not on the Oscars list, so you got lucky
Yeah.
there. I think The Wild
goodness.
Robot is really good. It's really sweet. I think that would deserve the Oscar over Inside Out 2, even though Inside Out 2 was really good, like really
Yeah.
good. I think there is something to say about like a completely new movie that does things a little bit differently, you know.
Did Puss in Boots get nominated? Whenever that
Yes.
came
Did it
out?
win? It
I
didn't
don't
win
think it
though.
won, though.
That
What did
was
it lose?
good.
What did it lose to? Hang on,
Yeah, hold on. Look this up.
because Puss in Boots 2 is perfect.
It's
That is
good
a
movie.
perfect movie.
It is really
Very
good.
movie. Oh, Pinocchio.
Oh, it was
That
Pinocchio.
stop motion Pinocchio one.
Not as good, but I get it. It's more of the film.
Yeah.
Why did they put two Pinocchios out in the same year?
And I saw it, and it was great.
I
Like
don't know.
Guillermo del Toro's Pinocchio.
Turning Red wasn't that good.
Turning Red was fine.
Yeah,
Pixar
if
basically,
it's
like-
fine, it shouldn't be on there.
That's
Pixar
fair.
basically like gets a Oscar spot reserved for themselves every year,
Yeah.
unless it's Cars 2.
Which should have won the Best Picture. I'm kidding.
Yeah.
No, so
But yeah,
That
as for
makes
this
sense.
year, I still also haven't seen the new Wallace and Gromit. I really want to.
Yeah, I do too.
I've never
I
been a
love-
Wallace and Gromit boy. Like,
I love
Wallace
Wallace and Gromit.
That's my childhood right there.
It's kinda similar. I respect it.
I
I respect it because like it's very. I like stop motion. I don't. I like.
Yeah.
I like stop motion, but it's like I just never really watched it growing up. So
Did Gumby ever win?
Gumby.
Gumby what?
You guys don't know what Gumby is?
Freak is Gumby.
That's my childhood right there.
I
What
don't
the
know.
frick is a
You don't know what
Gumby?
Gumby is. This is so sad.
How do you spell
You're talking about
Gumby?
stop motion.
What the hell?
What the heck is this? Gumby is a cartoon. Okay,
Well,
just tell
I
it.
recognize.
Gary, what
it.
is
He's a-
Gumby?
He's a. I have a mic.
I know.
He's a clay guy, and
Wait,
it's a
is
stop
he,
motion.
Is he in that freaking? They have like a Gumby looking thing in that Chip and Dale movie. The Chip and Dale.
I never saw the
Chip and
That
Dale.
movie's actually really good.
Chip and Dale is really
and he
good.
has this horse as well.
And it's got a million animation references and it's done
Yeah.
really well. Weird. I've never even heard of this.
Gumby's like from the 90s
What
though,
the
so
freak?
Yeah.
what the heck? That ain't his face.
Yeah.
Yikes.
Anyway,
Anyways.
hopefully he won an award.
So there's animated films. I hope it goes to The Wild Robot. I would not be mad if it went to Inside Out 2. I have not seen the other ones.
But yeah, moving on.
Moving on. Animated short
We
film,
don't
who
care.
cares?
Cinematography. Dude, Dune Part 2 should run away with this award.
I agree.
Dune Part 2 is so cool.
Counter argument, Nosferatu, vampire penis. The cinematography.
I have not watched that movie.
Cinema, me neither. No, I agree. It should obviously be Dune Part 2. If nothing else, the Dune movies have just,
They're just
look and
like
style.
at bare minimum, if you think the plot's boring, they're just
Yeah.
technical marvels. They're incredible.
I agree.
So good, dude. I'll save more of my thoughts in a little bit for Dune Part 2.
Yeah. Costume design, anything that stands out? I would say
No.
Dune again. Just, you know,
It didn't
Dune.
even get nominated.
No, but,
Wicked
you know.
did for costume design.
Uh,
but
Yeah.
yeah, Wicked. I don't know.
I agree with Wicked because the
Wicked.
costumes are so freaking weird.
Yeah.
We were talking about this the whole time we watched it. They're all making fun of the witch because she's green. Freaking, you're wearing a curly Q hat.
bro?
Talking about the Munchkins.
Yeah,
Yeah, dude,
but
they're
not even
freaking
just the
weird.
Munchkins. Like everybody in that movie is wearing the
It's
weirdest
giving
stuff.
me like the Capitol in Hunger Games, like the vibes of those people.
yeah,
I see.
yeah, and they're like, or they'll have some other thing, and they're like, ooh, green, and I'm like, bro, you're wearing a hat with a curly Q on it. You're wearing shoes
Hey, if they're all
that
wearing
touch
it,
your
it's
knees.
not weird.
That's
Whack.
true.
Yeah.
Absolutely whack.
Absolutely whack. Directing.
Is this not for TV shows either?
Well, no, the
No.
the Emmys are for TV shows.
Yeah.
That's what I was looking forward to.
What do you watch on TV shows?
This is a really good one called This Is Us. I don't know.
Are you
I
kidding
I
me?
think I've heard of that.
Are you kidding? You watch This Is Us?
It is so good.
What
Did
is it
you
about?
watch it?
I know, dude. That's a chick's show.
No.
That is such a girl show.
What's
no,
it
no,
about?
no. So basically, it's about
What?
this. It has no romance in it. It has very little comedy. It's straight up just a heartfelt movie. I'll give you the rundown.
Yeah, give us more. Give us more.
Basically, so there's this. The whole movie is based off the three kids.
I thought it was a show.
It's a shoe. It's the same thing.
Shoe.
The whole film.
Shoe.
Off three kids. And then it starts off with them being young, and it's their parents raising them. And then when they're in like high school, their dad dies. And then it really just goes up from like them growing up. That's the movie. I'm not going to spoil anything, but it's really good.
I thought it was a show.
It's a show. It doesn't matter.
Yeah, I know. You're
I was
right.
also calling, I had Skylar watch the Harry Potter movies, and I called each movie an episode. And this episode,
I mean, that's fair. That's fair.
Did you get
That's
through
more
all of
correct.
them?
I feel like.
Skylar hasn't seen anything.
she watched every single Harry Potter
Did
movie.
she like them?
I think she did.
I mean, I feel like if she didn't like them, she would have quit by like 2 or 3.
I did. So it took me a while to get her to start watching 2,
Okay.
because we skipped 1 because she'd seen it. She said,
That's fair.
and so I was like, okay, I'm not gonna force you to watch 1 because 1's the worst.
Yeah, I think Harry Potter kind of progressively gets better.
Yeah,
That is true.
Aside, I
And-
don't know. 4 and 8 are my 2 favorites.
Eight's the best.
I've always loved 1 just because
Although-
nostalgia in the first.
I hate the first because he's a whiny baby.
I rewatched 1 recently, but it's called Harry Potter and the Deathly Weapons, and it's the entire first movie
With guns?
Yes, and they
Yeah.
swapped all the wands with
That's actually
with
funny.
That's
Glocks.
hilarious.
Well, I was
hilarious.
looking for so in Josh's mom's house,
Yeah.
in the basement bathroom, it has a quote from Harry Potter,
Yes.
and I was like, it's not in the movies.
Mm.
And so right now I'm listening to the books. It's only in the books.
Mm.
I don't know if you knew that, but
Huh.
Yeah, I did.
I was like, that's crazy because the quote's really good. Like, why would they cut that out?
Yeah.
When are they adding Harry Potter to Fortnite?
Dude, right?
Well,
Harry
it's owned
Potter
by,
with a gun.
Harry Potter with a gun.
That would be crazy.
Yeah.
It's
All right.
Isn't that owned by what's at WB?
Warner Brothers. I don't
Warner
know.
Brothers.
They've
That's
had
right.
other
J.K.
stuff.
Rowling has very strict control over the Harry Potter
That's true.
IP. So
That's true.
Good for her.
All right, Best Picture. We'll skip to Best Picture.
Yeah.
What do you think? I
I've
personally
only,
think it should go hands down to Madam Web.
Yes. Absolutely. I still haven't seen Madam Web.
Yeah, no, it is bad. It's just they tease you with a superhero film the whole time, and what you get is like a podcast about a woman just running around.
About a podcast from 3 random dudes from Utah.
Exactly. Yeah. Like it is not. There's nothing in it. You can tell they ADR'd half of it. It is so bad. Anyways, Best Picture. What do you think?
Out of the nominees, it's I would definitely pick Dune Part 2.
Mm-hmm.
It's so cool. Wicked is also very good. I love Wicked. Although, like, I think mind-bending, like Wild, The Substance is also very interesting. That movie's crazy.
Yeah.
Very cool movie.
I've never
I
seen
like-
The Substance.
Yeah. It's a cool movie.
Garrett, have you seen none of these movies? What
I've
do you
seen
think
none
should
of
be
those,
Best
so I think Twister should win.
Picture? Twister should win. It's the only movie I saw in the last
Twister should
year.
win across the board.
Twisters.
I think that's the only movie I saw.
That's hilarious.
That's fair. But so I'm now kind of divulging from the Oscars.
Oh, I actually agree. We go to Dune Part 2. Although,
Yeah.
I don't know why I wouldn't give it to Wicked.
I don't know. I don't know. Dune is just so cool.
I think I would give it to Wicked Part 2, but not Wicked 1.
Yeah, we'll see. So here you'll find this out. At least this is my opinion. Wicked Part 2.
Wicked Part 2?
Yeah.
There's a second one?
Yeah. The movie's only the first half.
I ain't watching it until the second one's out.
Second one's out in November.
All right, bet.
Bet.
But For Wicked, at least the second half of Wicked, I think the plot is better, but the music in part one is better. Like part one has better songs.
Have you seen it?
I've seen the play.
Oh,
I know how it ends.
I think
it ends with us.
this is a hot take that I said in film history class today. I think like 40%, and I don't even know if it's a hot take, but I think 40% of a movie's success is in the music, like in the score, in the songs, in the whatever.
I agree.
Like you can take a bad movie, like
a mediocre movie with a great soundtrack.
Well, we were talking about Pirates of the Caribbean, and I think if Pirates of the Caribbean had a forgettable soundtrack, it would have been a forgettable movie. Like it would have been fine. It would probably have a cult following, and it would be pretty good. But it would not be the hit that it is now if you didn't have da 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 da. Like it would not be the same.
Star Wars is the same because there's a ton of
so
other
is Indiana
sci-fi
Jones.
There's a ton of other sci-fi movies from that like era. Like if you've seen The Last Starfighter or the original Dune, that just didn't become as big as Star Wars.
Because it has a sucky soundtrack.
Yeah. As far as, but I would say like I would maintain for like as far as musicals go, I'm throwing my hat in the ring for this. The Greatest Showman, like if that's got a great soundtrack, but the movie is just not that good. Yeah, it's just an okay movie, but the soundtrack is so good, it's a good movie. Versus like what I think are good movies but have mediocre soundtracks, I like a lot less. Like,
I agree.
And you're gonna fight me on this, like La La Land, because I don't like any of the music.
I've never seen it, so I'm not fighting you.
Was it you who've seen it?
I liked La La Land, but I don't love it.
It's like I like the plot a lot. I don't really like the music. So I like the movie that much.
The main song in that's pretty good. I don't really remember any of the other music, but
now one day when I'm making big movies and I am making 3 times more than all of you combined, I will be putting so much budget just into music, because that is, I think, what takes it. I think you can make a bad movie great with just the music.
Agreed.
So yeah, that's my hot take. It's been good. Let's go to break. What?
Before we do, I just was randomly looking at our movie list.
Yeah.
Moana 2.
Oh, no. You know I don't like to trash movies.
I haven't seen Moana 2 for a very specific reason.
Here's the deal,
and I know it's going to suck based off of the way they made it.
Okay, that is true. It is partly...
I say this as I love Moana.
Moana 1 is fantastic. Moana 2 suffers in a lot of ways. And one of those, I think, even though it's because of the way the production, how it was supposed to be a show, but then it was adapted to be a movie, and you can tell because each scene is basically an episode. What I think, I guess this is very on topic, I think it is a good movie with a horrible soundtrack that doesn't help. It just, because what happens is, traditionally in musicals, right, you've got the situation, and then the logic is when the emotion gets so much you can't say it anymore, you sing, and when the emotion gets so much you can't sing it, you dance. That's the thing, and each song forwards the plot. You think, this is huge in Hamilton, right? The whole play is what's going on. Les Mis is the same way because that has no speaking in it. But even things like Little Mermaid, right? Like, each song is telling you things about the world and the scene. The difference with Moana 2 is that a scene happens and then there's a music video about it. And you're not going forward, so you get bored because they're just like, it's not even that good of a song, and you're like, all right. The only decent song, they were all fine, but the only good song was Maui's song that was supposed to be this times you're welcome, and even then it was fine, but it was so obviously just trying to be you're welcome again. And also the best part about Moana 2 was whenever Moana and Maui are together, and that's like 10 minutes 20 minutes, there is not that much of it because the whole thing is them trying to get there. So the only good thing about it doesn't even last that long, and frankly the side characters are kind of insufferable. I don't like them.
That's fair.
I think they're annoying. So it's it's just a bunch of little things that add up to be just a really snooze movie that is not as bad as Wish. It's not even the worst one to come out in the last 5 years. As much as I hate it, like, I was watching it and I was like, that's fine, because it's not Wish.
It's not Wish.
The only good thing about Wish is the goat. Goat was funny.
Yikes.
Yeah.
But alas.
Gary, you got anything to add? All right.
Go to break.
I haven't
and then
seen
we'll
any
talk
of these
about
movies.
Let's go to
Oscar
break.
Movies. Snow Day.
All right, we will be
Movies and
right
Snow Day.
back.